Welcome back. All right, so should have been doing this recap a while ago, but California has to go to a shootout. California is. Anyways, it's just it doesn't matter what time of day. Apparently, I remember thinking that too when the game started. At least it's early, so I won't go to a shootout. So let's start things off talking about Detroit in against Colorado Avalanche. Colorado is an angry team right now that showed against Ottawa and it's showing against Detroit. And they're taking out that anger in the form of goals. 13 goals over their last two games. Husso versus Francouz in this one. Rasmussen's early chances held. Suter's denied from the slot. Shots are 4-1 for Detroit at 3 minutes. Osterley has a shot that saved as the Wings press. The Avs score, but it's a goalie interference challenge. It counts. He's contacted outside the crease. I did the video a while ago on goalie interference, and that's consistent with the video I did. If the contact's outside the crease, the player has the right to be there. So Lehkonen from Makar and Taves at 5 minutes and 12 seconds. So that puts Colorado on the power play. Red Wings kill that off. The Avs throwing it at the net. They were looking for rebounds. You could tell like they weren't shooting to score. They were looking for rebounds off of Ville Husso, who was struggling to control the puck at that point. The Wings get a power play. That's killed off. The Avs go back to a power play. That was a no. But with 2:35 left, they get another power play. You can't give them 3 power plays in the first period. They do score. It is Makar from McKinnon and Nichushkin at 18:04. It's 2-0 Colorado after 1. Second period. Early edge is still in favor of the Avs, and Makar would score from McKinnon and Confer at 3:05. Makar is starting to put the points and the goals on the board. Again, I still think he's the best defenseman in the league. The shots are 3-0 Avs at 4 minutes. Taves is then denied the 4-0 goal on a one-timer. Kubalik fires one high on a rush. The Avs draw a power play, and they score on it. It is Confer from Rodriguez and Girard at 10:06. Wings look to answer. Wallman has a shot that deflects out. So power play for Detroit. Kubalik has a blast that saved the Avs clear, and that's killed off. Don't talk ahead of yourself. So McKinnon scores to make it 5-0. It's a one-timer on a good cycle. Rodriguez and Taves with the assists at 15:53. The Avs press for another, but before the period's out, Kopp scores from Perron and Rasmussen at 18:58. And to start the third period, Hellberg's in. McKinnon has a rush chance. That's broken up. The Wings draw a power play, but during the ensuing scuffle, it becomes a 4-on-4. During the 4-on-4, right away, Sherratt scores from Hronik and Larkin at 3:14. See, you get Sherratt away from Seider, and his numbers get better. Veleno's denied end-to-end. I'm obviously kidding on that. Don't at me. But yeah, Veleno's denied on an end-to-end chance. And then McKinnon gets one on a turnover at 5:23, wires it on a breakaway. Don't give the puck to Nathan McKinnon. I'm sure somebody wrote that down and handed a note off to all these players after the game. Wings press at 8.5 minutes. Hunt has a screenshot that's held. There's some pushing after that. The singing has returned to Denver. This was one upbeat crowd in the third. Totally understandable, but considering how quiet it's been lately, it's nice to hear an upbeat, happy crowd. Wings press with 3 minutes left. Eventually, they get another one. It's Seider from Rasmussen and Kopp at 19:26. That just makes the final score 6-3 in favor of Colorado. They go to 22-17-3 with the win. With the loss, Detroit 18-17-7. Toronto not on the board today. And then for Colorado, they're 22-17-3, and it feels like they're turning things around. They're below the playoff line, but for how long? Shots in this one, 10-8 Colorado in the first, 12-8 Colorado in the second, 13-5 Detroit in the third. Final shots 29-27. Favor of Detroit. Power plays, the Wings 0 for 2, Colorado 2 for 4. Hits 23-20 Detroit. Husso saves 17 out of 22. Hellberg saves 4 out of 5. And at the other end, Francouz saves 26 out of 29. So, next up, New Jersey in against San Jose. And as I said, shootout. That's just how this works. Odd way to get there. It's Vanacek versus Reimer, and at 29 seconds on a rush, on a 2-on-1, and on their first shot, Graves scores from Hischier and Sharangovich. Hughes then nearly adds another, so this looks like it could get ugly early. Myers denied as the Sharks press. The Sharks are leading in shots 6-2 at 8 minutes. It was a rough first period for New Jersey after that first goal anyways. Bonino with a near miss and close. The Sharks are carrying the play while they're down by 1. 3:59 left. There's a broken door behind the net. That means everybody go to intermission because this is going to take a while. So they go to intermission. Come back from intermission to finish the first period. Meyer scores at 16:44. from Asamont and Carlson. So whatever meeting San Jose had during that intermission that was during the first period works. Gregor then fires one high on a break. The Sharks are still controlling. 1:10 left. There's too many Devils on the ice. The Sharks with a power play as a result, and they score on it with 4 seconds left. Carlson scores that power play marker from Meyer and Hurdle. There was no intermission. It's a dry scrape, and then you switch ends of the ice. Devils press early in the second. It's amazing that there was almost no time in between, and yet they felt like different periods because they were. Wood draws the Devils power play. The Sharks don't let him set up. There's a screenshot by Palat that's held. That power play is killed off. Shots are 6-1, though, for the Devils at 6 minutes. Magna defends a Palat chance. The Devils were having real problems with turnovers at this stage of the game. Couture misses wide as the Sharks press. Hughes has a net drive. That's blocked. The Devils press with 4 minutes left. Bratt has a net feed. That deflects to the boards. The momentum is going to New Jersey late in the second round, or late in the second period. Second round's, that's in May. Don't listen to me. Sharks press in the final minute, or stick around and see how the video ends. And so we go to the third period with the score still 2-1 in favor of San Jose. But that lead lasts 11 seconds. Heischer scores from Palat and Bratt. It's a one-timer, and it is the first goal he's ever scored against the San Jose Sharks. Heischer then has a rush chance that's gloved and held as he's looking for another. Hamilton has a blast that's blocked. Sharks get a power play. Sturm's denied. That power play's killed off, but right after, it's Bonino from Asamont and Benning at 5:56. Asamont's fit in very well since San Jose picked him up on waivers. That was a good move. Bonino spins and fires on that one. Devils press to answer. There's a post for Hamilton. Bratt has a shot that's held. Solid game for Reimer after a rough start. 3:19 left. There's too many Devils on the ice yet again. But they did kill that off. There were no shots allowed. Goalie pull with 1 minute left, and they would score late. At 19:51, it is Hughes from Hamilton and Bratt. I may have said a few things about California when that one was tied, and it's going to overtime. Devils control early. They overpass, though. The Sharks steal, and then they decide to overpass as well, so the Devils get the puck back. I'm not sure why. What's happening now with overtimes, and it's really frustrating to watch, teams going for the perfect shot. And, well, we've got to rag the puck. And it just feels like it's a lot of time of not watching guys doing much of anything, and then they go to the shootout. It feels like watching the World Cup of soccer again. Hamilton has a shot that's held. Bratt can't bury one in close. And, yeah, we were obviously headed for a shootout. In the shootout, the only one that scores is Tatar. So New Jersey wins this one in the shootout on the road. They go to 29-12-3 with the win. For San Jose, 13-23-9 with the shootout loss. The shots in this one, 13-4 San Jose in the first, 16-6 New Jersey in the second, 17-10 New Jersey in the third, and then 4-3 New Jersey in the overtime. They did outshoot the Sharks 41-32. Power plays, New Jersey 0 for 1, San Jose 1 for 3. And those 3 penalties, one was a high stick, and 2 of them were too many men on the ice. You have to call them. The hits, 29-24 for San Jose. Vanacek saves 29 out of 32. Reimer saves 38 out of 41. All right, last game, at least in this video, and then I'll be reviewing the other 6 later. Tampa Bay in against Seattle. What is the problem with Seattle at home? I watched this team score all the goals on the road, and it's like at home, they forget what the offense is, and I don't know if they're trying too hard to perform. I don't know if they feel that pressure in front of the home fans. It's completely night and day. So it's Vasilevsky versus Grubauer. Cirelli's denied in close the Bolts press. They lead in shots 4-0 3 minutes in. So this troubling start if you're Seattle, right? Geekie has a rush chance that's saved. Donato fires one high as Seattle presses. Colton has a shot that's held. Stamkos, near miss as Tampa Bay getting some pressure there. Sergachev has a shot that's saved. The rebound's cleared. The Bolts would get a power play. Hagel to Stamkos is picked off. That's killed off. Stamkos still on 499. Grubauer, excellent in this game, and excellent overall. I think this is probably his best game of the season. But yeah, so Maroon then gets upset after a hit by Gord. He was upset all the way to the bench, too, about that. Kraken get a power play. McCann has a shot that's blocked. They cycle. It's dangerous, but Tampa Bay does kill it off. Belmar, though, he would score before the period's out at 18:43 from Cole and Perry. So that makes it 1-0 Tampa, and he tips it in front on a good press. No chance for Grubauer there. Things get pushy then after a hold by Grubauer in the final minute. So we're going to the second period with a 1-0 Tampa. Second period, early press by Seattle. They're kept to the outside. There was a near miss for Stamkos. Shots are 2-0 Seattle at 6 minutes, so at least they're the ones getting the shots at that point. Kucherov's denied as the Bolts press. The shots are only 3 each with 8 minutes left, so not a ton of opportunities out there. Kraken get a power play. Burakovsky's denied. They cycle it. That power play's killed off. It manages 2 shots. Killorn then rushes. The Bolts would end up drawing a power play on that following shift. Stamkos is denied number 500. That power play's killed off. The Bolts press to close it out. So we're going to the third period with the score still 1-0 Tampa. Strong back checking by the Kraken early in that period. Sergachev prevents Eberle from getting one in front. Kraken then get a power play. There's an aggressive penalty kill by the Tampa Bay Lightning. They kill it off and they allow 0 shots. And then Paul steals one, turns, and wires it top shelf. He scores at 6:44. I was going to say but it's him. It's off of Dunn's stick on his, and he wires it. McCann's then denied on a rush, but at 10:44, Dunn puts one in off Ian Cole, who was in front of the net. Larson with the assist. It's a screen shot. No chance for Vasilevsky there. Makes it 2-1. Hagel then has a shot that's held. There's some pushing after that. Kraken press with 5.5 minutes left. The Bolts then press back with 2.5 left. The Kraken get a rush the other way. Donato's denied. The Bolts clear it out. The goalie finally gets pulled with 1:45 left. They did not wait until they had the puck in the other end. But at any rate, Hagel ends up getting a goal at 18:21 because the puck was behind the Tampa net, but Tampa had it. The assist to Killorn and Chernak. They would pull the goaltender again at 19:16. Tampa Bay adds another. Hedman from Hagel makes the score look more lopsided than it really should. 4-1 in favor of Tampa Bay. They go to 28-13-1 with the win. Seattle's 8-game winning streak is over. They go to 26-13-4 with the loss. And for whatever reason, this is Seattle at home. Shots in this one, 15-6 Tampa Bay in the first, 8-6 Tampa Bay in the second, 11-8 Seattle in the third. Final shots, 31-23 for Tampa. Power plays, Tampa Bay 0 for 2, Seattle 0 for 3. The hits, 18-16 for the Bolts. Vasi saves 22 out of 23. Grubauer saves 27 out of 29. One of his best games of the year. And yeah, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.